I didn't stop buying certain clean products because they're toxic. I stopped because they're expensive and they don't actually do anything special. This isn't going to be a clean living takedown. This is a values conversation because a lot of these products are not per se bad. They're just not worth the price. Clean living should not feel like a luxury hobby. I'm not anti-clean, I'm just anti-overpaying. So I'm going to walk through a few things that I stopped buying because the math just ain't math, if you know what I mean. So item number 1 is going to be my body butter. And this was my first wake-up call. I am very serious about my skin. I live in Colorado. It is dry as hell. I need moisturizing products. I have been on the hunt for a product that would help my skin flourish. Enter in Primally Pure's body butter. I loved this product. However, I use this product twice a day. And sometimes I will go through an 8-ounce jar, which is the biggest that they offer, almost every 3 weeks. And so some months I was buying 1 jar, some months I was buying 2 jars. And guess how much the product costs? $54 per jar. I was treating lotion like a luxury item, like I'm going to the spa or something. My wallet just simply told me I'm not paying premium prices to stay moisturized in these streets. Lotion and moisturization is about survival, not about aesthetics. If I'm going to be using a product every single day, it cannot cost $54 a pop. And so I started doing some research. I started looking up how to make my own body butter. And the best part about this is that it's a few simple ingredients and I can buy in bulk and get multiple batches. So now I make like a 16-ounce jar that lasts me over a month. When I take into account all the ingredients, is really about $4 a jar. So not only did I improve the cost, I'm going from $54 a month, sometimes $108 a month, to literally $4 every other month. And secondly, it actually does a better job moisturizing me than Primally Pure's body butter did. So not only is it cheaper, but I'm also getting better moisturization. So win-win. All right, item 2, and this one hurt me a little bit. It is clean laundry detergent sheets. So these were supposed to be the better option. Clean, eco-friendly, minimalist, but they didn't clean my clothes. And I feel like that shouldn't be controversial because clean ingredients is irrelevant if it doesn't actually clean. I ended up going with 7 Generations unscented laundry detergent. Works so much better. I don't need aesthetic laundry. I just need clean laundry. All right, number 3 is going to be glass storage containers. And this one is sneaky because it looks clean, but if the lid is plastic, you didn't solve your problem. You just rebranded it. The whole point of not having your food in plastic containers is to avoid the microplastics. That's not a solution. That's just vibes. And I'm not paying for vibes. All right, number 4, 100% linen from Amazon. This one actually made me laugh because 100% linen actually apparently means mostly linen. If you have to dig through the description to find the blend, then that's your answer. Marketing language is doing a lot of heavy lifting here because you cannot just trust the labeling on Amazon. Amazon is giving catfish vibes. And so you really need to be careful what you're ordering there because it's usually not what you ordered. All right. And the very last one, this one surprised me because it's clean-ish, it's affordable, it's popular, and it's by a brand that is typically very reliable. But the product just didn't work for me. I'm talking about Burt's Bees toothpaste. I used it for a couple of months and I started to notice that my mouth didn't feel clean after using it. If it's not effective, I'm just not loyal to it. And so this is one of those that just goes to show you that clean and somewhat affordable isn't always the best option either because sometimes those things just don't work. Function in these cases is really important. Overall, with all of these products, I started to notice a pattern. Clean living should not feel like a luxury hobby. If I use something every day and it costs a fortune, I'm questioning it. Clean is becoming this marketing category where they just feel like they can overprice all of the items. And I'm sorry, but I'm rejecting being overpriced for products that are supposed to be simpler ingredients. So in actuality, it should cost less. I haven't stopped buying everything and I didn't DIY all of my products, but I have become a lot more selective in what I will purchase. Some things I make, some things I still buy, and some things I've just decided to skip entirely because the math wasn't mathing and honestly the product wasn't working. And so why am I buying it anyway? But I say all this to say is that we need to have more discernment because we should not be here to be played by a label that says clean and pretty packaging. So if you want to see what I make and what I I still buy and the products that I'm deciding to skip entirely, I share that on my site and the link is below. Start with one category and then just start questioning the math, because the math ain't math and the effectiveness ain't being that effective. And we all need to get a little crisper in what we're buying in 2026. All right, that is it for me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.